Hi, my name is Juan. Today I'm going to explain you um 5 questions about survey that my group do. The first is how many nights do you think you don't sleep well in a week? Okay, the 60% says that what night, and the 3% says 2 for 4 nights. 60% is 15 people, 4% is 10 people. We like to deduce that the 60% have a previous knowledge about the sleep habits and they take care about this and have a good sleep habit, and it causes that they sleep well in the majority of the week. The 4% maybe they don't care sometimes about sleep habits, and it could have bad consequences in the future, like insomnia or some more. The second is you find it very difficult to fall asleep. Okay. The 66% say yes, and it is 13 people. No, 22, and say it's 6 people, and sometimes 22 too, and 6 people. Okay. In the part of yes, maybe a part say that just to fall easy, and the other part just to fall difficult. And it like their first questions, they have a previous knowledge and like to sleep in a good time and turn off the phone or turn off the TV to don't have a noisy that could causes on sleep well. And the person that they know to fall difficult, maybe they have like insomnia, and they could use the phone too late or have like a noisy that causes that. The person that is wrong is like normally, like if I like to sleep, I sleep. If I don't like to sleep, I don't sleep. Maybe they don't like to have importance about the sleep. Sometimes it's like the same. Um, when they are angry or mad or have a bad situation, maybe they could learn to sleep well. When I relax or they are thinking good and they don't use the phone or TV, they could sleep well. The third question is, do you feel stressed or anxious before bedtime? 6 people says yes, and it represents 22%, and 19 people responds no, and it represents 78%. Okay, in the part of yes, maybe it could be about like think after sleep. For example, think about a problem or think on Bunny's bad situation, and it causes that you sleep thinking about that problem and feel you stress or mad or any bad emotion. And the part of no is like sleep relax, sleep in a good positions and don't think in any problem and just sleep for relax. The fourth question is, do you experience any interruption to your sleep, such as waking up during night? 8 people say yes, 8 people say no, and 8 people say sometimes. All of them represent 33%. Okay, the part of yes, like to don't have like good sleep habits, like turn off the TV and decisions. It could have like disruptions during sleep, or maybe like walking during the night because they don't sleep well. The part of no is like good well because they have a good sleep habits. They sleep relax, don't have the phone early, the TV off, and more things. Sometimes it's like the resume for yes or no. Maybe they 4 nights don't use the phone, but the other 3 they use it. So it's sometimes they sleep well and they sleep bad. The last question is, do you feel that your sleep habits affect your overall health and well-being? The 19 people respond yes and 6 people respond no. 19 represent 78 and 22%. This is like so obviously because in the future, if you don't sleep well, you could have insomnia. And sleep is like a important and necessary thing in your life. If you sleep bad or if you don't sleep, you could have more problems like mental problems or physical problems like losing strength or losing control, don't think well, schizophrenia, more like bad things that cause like consequences or bad sleeping. And the part of no, maybe they don't have a previous knowledge about the consequences of sleep habits, and they think that if I don't sleep one night, they don't care or something like this, but they don't know like the knowledge about these bad habits.
Observed when doing the study is that 78% of the people who do extracurricular activities and daily tasks affect them, while the other 22 percent respond that it not affect them. But the study showed that the sport activities they help the mental and better sleep habits as long as not the practice to close to sleep time. But furthermore, the study which the service as um, reference point shows the excessive homework is the contrapositive of less and sleep deprivation and stressful and other problems. We also asked them, I we prefer to sleep with many few um, blackness baskets, which have used a 50-50 showing that sleeping with the many or the few baskets doesn't affect sleep. The next question is we prefer to sleep the air conditioner or not, which have the result is 22%. We love the air conditioner and 78% with the air conditioner. We shows that is the not entirely good because the coolness of the air conditioner often daily south prevent the sensitive of the this from being filled. And this fact also to the consequence of the environment that the system itself produces. Um, Live to this picture and its most common symptoms and dry to skin, headaches and migraines that who makes sleep enjoying we also asked if AC with the 89% as we read and easy on the 11% say this day was difficult and which means that most people have a sleep that is easy to take or do. Many daily activities which they make with more tired and sleep better. We also asked with the consuming energy drinks during the day. With the answer is the 13% yes, 13% now, and 30 not usually, which means that the drinking energy drinks accelerate the brain activity and make it more difficult to get sleep at the bedtime.
Hello, I'm going to explain 5 of the 15 survey questions that 25 people answered. Okay, the first question is, do you feel like your sleeping habits affect your overall health and well-being? Yes, responded 78% and no responded 22%. The most people are aware of the relationships between their sleep habit and their overall health, recognizing the importance of adequate sleep for physical and mental well-being. The second question is, do you feel that what your dreams affect the way you see the world? 15% of the respondents say yes, while the other 15% answer no. This reflects different individual perspective of on the influence of dreams on perception and thinking, with some people believing that dreams have a significant impact on their worldview and others not perceiving it that way. The third question is, do you think nightmares alter your daily thoughts? Yes responded 67%, no responded 30%. 67% believe that nightmares alter their daily thoughts. This indicates that for the majority of people surveyed, nightmares have an impact on their mood, thoughts, and possibility their behavior during the day. On the other hand, the remaining 30% do not perceiving that nightmares have the effect on the daily thoughts. This may indicate a variety of individual experiences and perceptions about the impact of nightmares on everyday life. The fourth question is, when you have a good night's sleep where you were able to rest, are you more motivated to do the daily activities? Yes responded 100% and no responded 0%. 100% of the people surveyed are more motivated to carry out the day's activities after having had a good night rest. There suggests that a good night rest can have a significant motive impact on motivation and energy to daily tasks. And the fifth and last question is, do you feel that what your dreams affect the way you see the world? Yes, 15% respond, and the other 15% respond no. The results suggest that people have various ideas about dreams in perceptions and thoughts, that an equal portion of the respondents believe and not believe in such influence.